All right, all right, all right. Well, welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is a Friday, March 24. Man, the 9 to 5ers, you really laid it out this week. Good for you. And all the rain, the sleet, the sun. It was fun. You did it. It's the weekend. Congrats. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of the show. The truck drivers, the waiters and waitresses, those ditch digger, cave dwelling, sky jumping, risk taking job people. Without you, there would be no us. And thanks for keeping the satellites up. Yesterday, we did it. We went and saw the SpaceX launch from like 100 miles away. It was awful. I'm so sorry. I had no idea I was going to be that far away when I got there. I had no idea. I'd never done it. So now I know. Now I know I got to leave an extra 40 minutes earlier just so I can get there, find a nice parking spot. Yeah, I'm really sorry. It wasn't great. I mean, I was there live. I got to see that bright, amazing glow. I mean, it was wild. I couldn't feel the heat where I was at, but I was able to hear the rumble of the engines. I don't know if it came out during the live stream there, but the sonic booms were cool. Pow! And I was like, oh, it was like, yeah. People next to me, young couple, I'm looking up because I saw where it was coming down. I thought it was over. And I see the puff cloud, I see it, and I'm staying there because the cloud's staying there. So I thought the object was, maybe heading in my direction, so it really wasn't moving. And the guy behind me, he goes, because he hears me talking to the audience, he's like, sir, it already came down. It's over here. I'm like, oh, what am I looking at? Oh, it was so embarrassing. That's what you get when you're so far away. So close and yet so far. Will Carr is on the show tonight. Gonna bring him on in about a minute. You're going to hear one of the most chilling experiences in the history of time. Why not? Why not? I think so. There's so many people out there who haven't told their story, right? And they're just sitting at home, listening to Goof On going, I got to contact Goof On. We got to go on a show or Alien Girl. I don't care. Just get your story out if you want. Be a whistleblower to yourself. Because we're the ones that are going to bring disclosure. Okay? And we're doing it every day with stories like you're going to hear tonight. Experience like you're going to hear tonight. And you guys know Will from Carnundrum on X and I believe Insta. I could be wrong. But I'm excited because I don't think he's ever been a guest by himself on the show. He's been on the show several times, right? We've played the clips and everything, but to hear this in this intimate setting with my Goofonians at hand, you know the rules. When there's a guest, we don't do roll call. So I want to say welcome to the show. And if you're happy and you know it, express it with a little support to Goof On because we're, yay, every day. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. You could even become a member if you so desire. Without further ado, I'm going to bring the man of the hour and a halfer, Mr. Will. Hey, how you doing? You're muted. What's up? Mute, 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 mute. Mute. Hey.
Here we go. Hey, how's it going?
How you doing, Mr. C?
I'm doing pretty good.
Excellent.
Yeah, you did your NASA trip there. That was pretty cool, eh?
I got to tell you, I like the adventure. Just going there and being in the moment. That's what it's about for me. And if I meet nice people like I did, and help me out. I'm like the old man over there with my boot on. I'm like, hey, where am I looking? I'm over here, it's over there. I do it by myself. I don't have a navigator. So It was fun. I'm glad I went. Now I know exactly what has to be done. Have you ever been to a launch?
Never. So
It,
we don't have those things around here. Well, at least my location anyway. So
the drive down here is really. I liked it. I did it at night a few times, and it was different during the day. I couldn't believe how many farms are out here in Florida. It is cow farms, chicken farms, tree farms. You name it, it's in Florida because the way the moisture is. What state are you in again?
I'm not in the state, Rich. I'm in the province,
Canada. I
and
know,
it's
province.
Ontario. It's okay.
Damn
I
you,
don't.
Canada!
Hmm. I'm in the southern part of Ontario, by Lake Ontario. So
Oh wow, okay.
that was well. That's when that. Remember when you went on that trip with Third Phase Moon, and you did that house, whatever. I don't. I think it was the first time, possibly. And I was like, I got to get across that lake. I want to get across there with a boat, and like because I didn't have my passport then, so I thought, well, maybe I could use a rowboat or something to cross Lake Ontario, so to get to you guys. So yeah, it didn't work out. So
Now, you know what I saw? I saw on the Weather Channel something that you guys didn't have the ice you usually get that covers like the lakes, right? It's very rare nowadays.
it's getting well. Our smaller lakes get it, but yeah, it's not. We're not getting as much. So um, yeah, it's flipping. Our poles are flipping naturally, right? So
Yeah, they are.
that sweet spot that we used to get, we're not going to get it anymore. So it's just yeah, it's just the way of the globe, right? It's just the
Well,
way things. Yeah.
that is called rebirth, rejuvenation, reincarnation.
Mhm.
It's the earth does it to itself just systematically. And
That's
that's
right.
what we're a part of it, and we are a very important part of it, I think. Did you get the feeling, and I know we're not getting into it right away, but your story, but do you think the earth like can feel like what we like it's alive?
Um, not in this. Well, I don't know. I never really thought about it, but I know that it shares the same characteristics in terms of it being a light creature or light being, and I know that it consists of photons and neutrons, just like us. Might be different, but still the same. So I guess it could have a conscious, but not the same as us. It could possibly feel, but not the same. We would have to experience it on its own to determine that. Like, I don't think there's anything to measure to that. Could it feel? I think it could, but just not as much as we think it would, because it knows what it's doing. It can feel it doing it, but it's probably not sore or doesn't feel like hatred. So it does feel, but you know,
I think it's part machine, part living. I think it's a design. Like we can't imagine this type of technology because we're humans. I mean, they're making planets, and the Earth is extremely small compared to what's out there, as we know. But I think the Earth is somewhat like the Moon. I think the Moon is ridiculously big for its Earth companion, and
yeah,
I think it's like a guardian. I think we're being watched. I think there's most likely an alien base up there, and maybe we are like the Truman Show. You've probably heard it: prison planet, alien zoo, or human zoo, prison zoo, alien zoo.
yeah.
Catherine,
I've heard it all, man. I've been out there for a little while now, so yeah, I've heard it all. Hmm.
you've been in this a while though, so I want to know. Like everybody's probably asked you, but we have a lot of people that haven't heard your story.
Right.
So, is in your family, were you guys into it? Like, did you talk about it at the dinner table or just walking by, or you see something on TV and you're like, Mom, do you believe in ghosts?
No, and not because my dad wasn't really around then.
Okay.
So it was just my mom and I, and so my sister was around too, but that's another story. But she was around also at the time, and no, we've never. ever. And it's always my dad's side of the family that were big into it. So
Okay, that's like my family. My mother's side totally into it. Dad's side,
yeah,
nothing.
just nothing. Yeah,
But they did seances when I was a kid. I didn't know. My mother told me, 10, 15 years ago when I just got into this and I was still new. She's like, yeah, you should hear the stories that we did at your aunt's house or whatever. And I'm like, no way. Yeah, they did all sorts of stuff. Tables were rising, supposedly. And my uncle Vito, hey, Vito, he got possessed and lifted up a washing machine and threw it. And he lost his mind. So you never know. But that's the family. But anyway, the reason I was wondering because a lot of people they're really open to it if their parents were open to it and they don't
right,
have a problem talking about it. So, if you do feel uncomfortable, of course, don't say anything you don't want to, and you can say anything you pretty much want to if you
right.
so desire. Okay, so not really much in both sides of your family with your mom, mainly,
Yeah.
but sister's another story. So you were always a Canadian?
Yeah, from day one, right? I was born in Toronto, Canada,
Okay.
Ontario, right? Grew up there, moved into country. From there, I've been in this local town on and off as I got older, right? I moved out, tried to move to Toronto and stuff like that. But what a freaking life, though. And it's, I don't know. I don't know other people's life and stuff like that. And it's how it affects them in the long run. You know what I mean? Their perception of things,
Oh yeah,
you
for
know,
sure. Yeah, yeah.
right? Changes a lot with each individual. So it's a crazy story, right? Everybody has a crazy story. So
Yeah, yours is one of the good ones, which I'm glad that we're talking about it. But like when you were younger, were you like me, man? I mean, you watched all the sci-fi shows and see all that, or no?
I was
Oh,
never because my mom, right? She wasn't into it, so I didn't do the sci-fi shows when I was younger. I didn't do any of that, and only since
wow.
2014 I've been into it, like really into it, right?
Wow. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
right.
wow. Yeah, yeah, sure.
So
All
like I
right.
was not a bliss to it, but I understood it, and I knew the cause. I watched Third Phase Moon, and I had their T-shirt. I was watching their things. I thought it was pretty cool,
Yeah.
and yeah. And after 2014, it changed my life. It changed my life.
So
So
nothing leading up to that. Did you have a belief in it though? Like, yeah, there's life out there. There's got to be that kind of thing, or you really didn't really care?
never really thought about it. Never really
Wow.
discussed it. Yeah, weird, right? So it's like,
Yes and no, because you're just like everyone else and 99% of the people out there.
right?
I mean, people love watching sci-fi stuff, and there are people have paranormal experiences, but most people dismiss it, never share it, never talk about it, forget it, say, ah, no, that was a dream. And people don't want to talk about that if they never talk about it openly or aren't comfortable. So you got a lot of people in denial, a lot of people whose stories that want to get out there are scared too, a lot of people's stories that, like yourself, who want to share. So, how did it start for you? Like, what was that trigger thing that said, oh man, what just happened to me? Catherine, thank you very much.
Um, I've been thinking about it a lot today, and I can refer to my object that I seen in the sky in 2014. That's kind of how it started at all. But I have had two odd experiences. I don't know how to explain it, and other
Wait,
ones too, right?
alien or both
I
alien UFO or
no, like a UFO. Like so, somebody said it was a satellite, but I don't know what it was because it was a lonely cloud in the sky. I was up north for myself, probably an hour north from Wilberforce. Weird, eh? An hour north from Wilberforce for my location, right?
yeah.
I was camping at a hunting camp with a bunch of people, and there was this lonely cloud at night coming across the sky, and it pulsated blue. It did it several times, and then that was it. Like like you knew there was a center focal point to it because it was brighter closer to the center of the cloud. But as it spread it out, it only covered the cloud.
Can you explain it one more time? Tell me
So
what it
it's
looks
just
like. Yeah.
okay in my mind. So it's just a fluffy cloud, longigated. So it's like it had some length to it, not so much width, and it was coming across the sky from. So we were north, so it was coming from south to north across the sky, and as it approached closer to us, and it was higher up, middle of the night, stars are out, you could see them all, and the cloud itself, from the center of the fluff, was the brightest blue, and it pulsated out to a lighter blue from the center, and it just the cloud. So there wasn't any residual or light coming off from the cloud. It was all in the cloud.
That's really interesting because that's how. So, yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, so I come to the conclusion it could possibly was a satellite because satellites use lights or laser beams, and it could have reflected off the crystals in the cloud because naturally clouds are CO2 and all that stuff, and it's ice. So anything that's in the cloud can be magnified. You know what I mean? Like it just bounces off. Yeah. I don't know.
I've done 20,000 hours plus. I've never seen anything like that.
No?
Never, not a once. No. But that's not uncommon what you saw. See, I know I have tons of videos with iridium flare satellites, right? And I thought they were UFOs because that's what I thought they were looking at the James Gilliland Ranch. But come to find out, these things get really bright, and it looks like they're only hundreds of feet above you, but they're in low Earth orbit. I mean, it's remarkable. And now they have trackers. You can see exactly when they're going to stay lit, how long they stay lit, how bright they get, and everything. But so you think maybe could it have been one of the? What time was it, first of all?
It was late. Like, man, I want to say around maybe midnight.
So
around there, maybe.
So most likely it was not an iridium flare satellite.
Oh.
Those usually happen between 2 hours to 2.5 hours before sunrise or after sunset.
Oh,
it's the angle of the Earth hitting the solar panels and reflecting it back down.
Gotcha.
Yeah, once it gets past like 2.5 hours, it's very rare to see one.
It's just a weird sighting, right? So I never really classified it. It was kind of cool to see. It was like seeing the Neuralink coming across the sky.
Okay.
I thought it was a freaking UFO fleet. That was it. I was like, okay, it's the end of the world. No, it wasn't. It was Neuralink realigning their satellites, and it was just zooming. That's the camera. You can't see nothing. I wish I had a better camera. But with that said, it really, I was in awe, right? So that was pretty cool.
So you got it on video, but you can't really see it?
No, you can't. It's on my X profile. I was actually going through my X profile just through the media, and I ran across it. I was like, oh, yeah.
If I played it, would we be able to see it?
You might be able to. If you can somehow brighten up the image.
You have to put it in the editor.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah. It's just I know what it was, and it was cool to videotape it. You know what I mean, and the experience, just to have that experience. Like I got to see a meteorite cross the sky over an apartment building and ship the whole apartment building. Yeah, I was visiting Hamilton.
Yeah.
I want to say around 90s, probably mid-90s, late 90s, right? Visiting my aunt, and I was in her apartment building, and the apartment building started to shake, rumble. And as it got more vibrating, not to the point where things were knocking off the shelves, but it was vibrating the apartment. She was on the 13th floor, and went to the balcony. I seen it scorch over our sky, and apparently it broke over. Where was it? Toronto, and it split off into two pieces or something around that line. So
It was an asteroid? Or
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It was close too. Like you could see that the burn off, just that it was made of some rock, right? Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Like, you know, just to see it, just to experience it, right? And I got to see a tornado from a far distance, mind you. Now we're going back in the 80s now. I got to see there's a camp called Bolton Camp, and I got to see it into the horizon. So it was a bunch of kids and everything, and guides and counselors, whatever. We were looking at the horizon, and they just kind of, we were still playing, but we all stopped, and they're like, we're just going to keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't, you know, but it just soared across the horizon. Like there was trees and stuff, and I got to see it in its big glory of what it was, man. It was, it's burnt in my mind, right? Burnt in my mind. Like I will never forget it.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
So,
and
right.
So since 2014, have you captured anything else or seen, felt, heard anything?
I've been trying to vibe that freaking craft or something, and nothing. I'm pissed.
Have
right?
you had any dreams?
Daydreams.
Huh?
And I've been
daydreams.
Yeah. So I've been on Twitter quite a bit the past couple years, anyway.
Yeah.
Going on Spaces, and I'm on my own self journey at this point. I'm approaching the Catholic religion. I'm approaching Scientology, and I'm approaching consciousness. People with this perceptions and consciousness and entanglement and all that stuff, right? So I'm really diving into those spaces, and it's helping me to understand what's possibly going on. And a lot of people say, and actually I was just on Twitter Space today, and they were just telling me straight up is that's what people go through. It's a natural thing when somebody sees something that's unnatural, and you get these like downloads. They call them downloads. I don't know. I'm not going to use that term because I don't feel like I'm getting downloaded. It's
well, you're getting information, right?
Yeah, I guess I am, but it doesn't feel like a download. I don't know. Maybe maybe it is. Like well, maybe it is.
Maybe it's because you're not trying to sell a movie or write a book and need these catchphrases, right? So now that you've been doing this a minute, it's been 10 years, right?
Right.
Have you talked to your mom about it?
Yes.
How'd she?
She's not into it, right? She's just like, oh yeah, you know. And I can't. So this is my conundrum. I can't talk to my wife. She thinks I'm a wackadoodle.
Oh,
she believes me, but you know, she loves me and stuff. But I can't do it, right? Yeah. Especially with odd thoughts. So when a thought comes into my mind, and then I'll blur it out or something, right? Yeah. She's not there for me for that. My kids are too young. They think I'm just like, oh yeah, crazy dad, crazy uncle, right? Yeah. So can't do that. So yes. Where do you go? How do you do this, right? And so that's why I've been watching the show for quite a while. But that third phase was there for me. So I did a call-in to third phase when they did their call-ins, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's right. I put it out there. So, you know what I mean? I've been, and my thought process, my thoughts and stuff like that has been leaning towards Twitter or X now. So all my thoughts and stuff, I've been putting it out there for people to at least hear me, or because I feel that my thoughts sometimes come true. And it's weird, like, because I have to stop thinking about certain things because they will come true. It's like I have to stop myself from thinking certain things.
So since 2014,
that's right.
But since then, have you felt have you felt like a different person, or
Yeah, yeah.
your
I
perspective
feel
on everything maybe changed? What's different?
uh, not visually. It's
No,
more
no,
inner,
right. Yeah,
right? I
and
feel like I'm my own conscious, and
yeah,
nobody. People share the same consciousness,
yep.
and I feel that my conscious is totally different from theirs. Like they would never ever fathom on what goes through my mind, right?
Well, I believe that. Yeah, for sure.
Right? It's almost like that. Like you don't feel connected that way. As because I'm 40, 42 now. So I'm 40, 44, but 40. So anyway, uh, you learn there's groups of people out in the world, right? There is
Yeah.
certain groups of people, and then you just see it in their mannerisms and what they do, and they're just the groups, right? And I'm
Are,
part of a group. I just don't know what group because I don't fit in anywhere around me, right?
are you talking about online or just in your community?
Everywhere,
Oh,
online,
okay, gotcha.
right?
Hey, now I've said it many times. I don't feel like I'm from this planet. I feel like I'm from another one, maybe Mars, but I don't feel like this is my home, and I don't feel like people get me. I feel different than everybody. It's weird. I don't know if everybody else feels that way, but I kind of feel like totally different. Like people don't get me, and I don't understand it. I,
Yeah,
and and I don't. Ah, God, Will, you brought something up in me, and now I can't. I have all these thoughts going through my mind. See, that sucks that we have to be that way,
right.
right? Don't you think we have to?
No,
Even in this day and age. Well, you can
well,
choose
that's
not
why
to.
we have these platforms, Rich, and that's
Yeah,
why we
yeah,
have X, and this
I
is why
know.
we have right. And
Yeah,
thank God for it because you know what? If we didn't have it, mental institutions, right? When you get your brain overload, it's like I did this thing to Amy. Sorry, Amy. I unloaded on her. I couldn't not not say something. I just unloaded a crap ton of thoughts when she was doing the Q and shaman interview and stuff like
oh
that.
yeah, yeah,
I had a bunch of freaking random thoughts go through my mind, and I just blurted out on her. I couldn't hold it in,
right.
right? I just had to tell someone, like yeah,
Yeah, the floodgate opens up, and this feels good. I don't give a shit anymore. And now that
right,
it's out there, what a weight. That must have felt great, bro. Yeah, I get you. Everybody does who's had experiences and feels this because
right,
we all go through it. If anybody has a real experience, or are you hey, thanks Moonlicht. Appreciate that support, brother.
yeah,
Great man, great show, Rich Carr. Hippie talk. Hippie talk. In a way it is. In a way it is. Yeah, and that's what you said earlier. The platform, we've got this, you have X and all this other stuff, but still, like if you're here's what I think happened to me recently in like the last year. I was trying to get a part-time job and nobody, just one person gave me a call back. And it was to tell me they didn't have anything, right? So I wonder why. And then I find out these companies look at your social media platforms and before if they want to hire you for who knows what. But they do. They look you up. And I think people look and see the channel and me going, hey, F this guy. I hate that. And, I think that has put that kibosh on me. Yeah, maybe it's my attitude that rubbed them the wrong way or whatever. But it could be more of line of the paranormal. They think you're weird. And I don't like that. That is attached still in this day and age with all we know and everything that's happened in the last 6, 7 years. People are still sketch about it. Like it's real. Like, can we stop with the stigma at this point? I mean, I get it. You think it's funny in your mind. I don't know, Will. It's very frustrating and I don't know what to tell people. I say only when you're ready, come out and tell the story. What made you want to tell yours? Pressure? You had to?
um, something in me told me, not physically or I couldn't hear anything, but it was almost like um,
Yeah, you
intuition.
can't. Yes.
I can't explain it. I can't. It's weird, and I'm not a
Right.
camera guy. I don't go on shows kind of person, and only it took me a little bit, believe it or not, just to join your call-ins back in the day, because you feel different, right?
Yeah.
But when you do it and you pass that threshold of should I or shouldn't I, it's like go over that threshold. As long as you're over there, you're fine, and it doesn't really matter what other people say about you because it's your journey, it's your personal experience. You're your own universe, and that's another thing too that came to me yesterday. I was on a Twitter space. I'm like, well, holy shit. Well, I think we are our own universe. Our perception makes up a universe. And how many perceptions do we have out there? Different perception. You see one object, I see something totally different. What's that tell you? Multiple universes. There's different ways to see different things,
Yeah,
right?
it is
So
very. That's
I
why I
don't
always
know.
said we are gods to ourselves. I've always said that. This is my universe. We're in each other's now, sharing the time bubble, and everybody else is. And they're all, sticking like the bubbles watching us. And then we all go our separate ways in our own little universes that we perceive life the way we see it.
That's right.
But
That's right.
but doesn't that sound like a matrix, like programming?
No, because that's how we could comprehend it. It's something totally different, Rich.
Right.
You can't. I've always said this on X Spaces and in chats and stuff.
Yeah.
You cannot put yourself into that situation. Like you can't say because I see the plane. That's what that must be. You know what I mean? So you're saying because we have virtual reality, that's what it must be. No, it isn't. It isn't. That's not what it is. Right? I don't think we have a clue of what it is. We know it's there. We know we can see it. We know we can maybe touch it, but we don't know what it is yet. Right?
I know. I don't know. What to know
It's different.
what
Like,
reality is?
no, different. Like just like your the world itself, like your perception of things. To say it's like the Matrix, but Matrix is based on computing, and I don't think it's about computing. I think it's beyond that,
Like
right?
a,
I
like
don't
a
think we can relate to it that way. Like it can't be the Matrix. It's something else.
what do you
What
think?
else could it be?
What do
Like,
you think? Like a hive mind?
you know what I think it is? So I think it's the universe's consciousness.
Huh.
Yeah, we live in the universe's conscious,
Okay.
and we do the
It's
bidding of the universe, whatever it
okay.
may be. And the main goal of the universe is to expand and grow and evolve. And the only way it can do that is through knowledge. And the only way you could do that has you have little minions, little things that help you see, touch, feel. And so some belief systems that think that you don't die. And I could see that, right? I think outside the box. So I'm thinking, yeah, you could possibly be recycled. But what's the purpose? There's always a purpose to something. So my perception of that is, or my comprehension of that is that the universe is trying to learn everything,
Yes.
everything that it is to know about life. And when it does
Yes.
that, it evolves. It
Yes.
becomes something else, and that's a whole different story, right? So it's going to learn it all over again, and it's just this is how it is, right? We
That's
learn. We
exactly.
That's how I see it. I live for the universe.
I'm pretty
I
similar.
right? I take in information. I try to comprehend my reality as best I can for the universe. So when I die to get recycled, I'll probably know what I need to know, and I'll be in some other body or a different life or something, right? I'll be recycled into something else. You'll learn to be a rock. You'll learn to be a molecule. You'll learn to be a virus. You will learn to be everything, right? And it's just a database of just
Right.
information because we're in the brain of the universe. We're right. We're just some people are able to tap into it,
I
right?
I don't know if people can, but some people claim they can. And
Dreams, daydreaming,
oh, okay.
right?
Well, yeah,
Right. It's that information that you're like,
yeah.
why am I thinking that right now? Or something like that. And that's how I tell my wife too when she has weird dreams. I'm like, you ever think about it being an alternate universe?
But why
And
does it have
you're
to be that? Why does it have to be something so extreme? Why can't it just be the firing of our brain, adding and I could put your computer in sleep mode, deletes files, frags everything and makes everything closer, tighter, more understandable. And that's what happens with the brain. It gets rid of everything when you're sleeping. So it's going through the process of your day's events, your life's events, your history, and it's getting rid of all the files you don't need. Pretty much something like that. And when you're dreaming, it's those files just rippling through on a Rolodex. I don't know if that's similar to what you were saying.
uh, kind of, yeah. And that's one way to look at it, though, too, right?
It's
So,
one way, right? Yeah, yeah,
right, because we
for
don't know
sure.
the answers, right? We can only assume, and based on our experiences, is what we come up with. Like,
But but we are all right and we're all wrong because if what we're talking about means what I think it means, then everything has been played out in all facets, right?
I don't think it is. I think
Isn't that what
that's
the
because if everything played out, I don't think we would be here. That's my theory because I think
okay?
I live for the universe, right?
I
So
should word it differently then.
yeah,
Not that what it's learned so far. Maybe I should have said that. It should have figured that part out. You would think, but I
right.
don't know. Well,
That's another thing too. Of oh man, my mind goes sometimes. It's so weird.
were
Um,
but you didn't think like this before 2014.
no,
And then
no.
what was what? So the sighting triggered this interest in UFOs and everything.
Well, yeah, because it when you first see it, it you look at it and you assess the object, right? And I'm not talking about no freaking dot. I'm talking it was 400 feet in the air. You could see everything that needed to see on this object. So it was you try to comprehend the material. So when
Yeah.
the material of it and the shape. So it was a drop shape, tip drip shape.
Oh,
Material was
right.
metallic, and so you're thinking like, what's it made out of, right? It's like a metal, that shiny metal reflected on it. No propulsion, so no engines, no nothing on it, and it's
Right.
not going fast. It's going just one nice little speed, but it's not stopping, right? You could tell it's like it has, it's going somewhere, and it doesn't matter what's in the way. Like a bird will probably bounce off it, right? So it had that tanky kind of. It was going somewhat quick, but not fast enough where I couldn't see it. And just you assess the metal, you assess the shape, you assess all these things, and what I know in planes and stuff is that there has to be some kind of propulsion system. Something has to push it forward to go through our air because that's the whole point. To have wings, to have these things, and when it's not doing those things that that you would think is law, right? Like in the sense, like okay, you can't do that. You can't throw a baseball and expect it to keep on going because it's a shape as a drip. There's nothing for it to, And so now you think, well, shit. Like, okay, is it military? Is it alien origin? Is it what? What is it? Is it a black? Like what? Government? Black project? Alien? Okay, so I don't know. I'm so on the cusp of it, and now the shape of it really gets into you because you're thinking, why that shape? Like so, a saucer. I can kind of understand that. It goes the outer ring of the saucer spins around, probably spins for magnets and all this stuff for the center, which gives it its orientation and stuff.
Right.
But a drip, like where's the spinning? Where's the? And it wasn't spinning. It wasn't. It was just flying straight. It was on a mission. It was going somewhere, right? And
Yeah.
so, and now I'm drive to find it, right? And so now I'm on Google Earth, looking at that pareidolia on Google Earth, right? Or Google, I'm looking at all that stuff. I found some pretty cool stuff. But with that said, I found no friggin' evidence of so something compelled me to look at old lava tubes. I don't know why. And so I searched the ocean floor, even the banks of certain countries, for possible holes in the general direction where it was going, right?
Yeah.
And so this is the journey, right? This is my journey, and joining Twitter Spaces, trying to talk to people in the field, even though they're considered to be hoaxers or whatever, to get it out there to see if anybody could find in them about an object similar to that.
Right.
And that's my journey, right? So it's trying to find these people that possibly have seen it and try to figure out are they getting daydreams or dreams in general from seeing it? Is it a thing, right? So, which coming to me, like after doing it for so many years, it is a thing actually. People start getting weird visions. People get weird thoughts. Mm-hmm.
Did it look like this at all? To the right?
No, not even close.
Nothing like that, huh?
No.
If you take off the top pyramid, could that be it? No, that's more like a triangle, I guess.
It has to be rounded. So if you want, there's
down.
I have, if you just Google Catholic painting, there's a Catholic painting associated to that shape.
Oh,
it's on my Twitter feed actually, but it's probably somewhere. Like, I wonder if I could put it in this chat.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, probably a lot of people do. Hold on here. There we go.
You got it already? You got it?
No, I can't.
All right. Do you see this page here? Yeah. So what do you see? Anything?
Okay, that one there. So the image, right to the left one. Left. Yeah, that one right there. Click on it. Oh yeah. So anyway, people can kind of.
Can you see it? Oh wait, hold on.
It's not blowing up or whatever, but
it's the way StreamYard works. It opened up another tab, and this is what I don't like about it. There we go.
There it is. Okay, so that's the painting.
All right. Yeah.
So, and it's a mural on a church wall. It was painted in the 500s or 600s or something like that.
Okay.
The object on the bottom left of that, without the little spikes on the side, that was the shape. It was rounded end, and then the tip at the end. But the spikes, I don't know what that means. The spikes on the that's symbology or something. So it's just mind-boggling. Why is it that I can find? And I googled it, man. I thought Google or somebody had a drone. That's what I thought it was.
Hey, right? Will, people are messaging me that, and it's hard for me to tell because I have the headset on, but I did a little check. The microphone, it's really loud. Either you're really super close.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Hold on a sec.
It's over modulating. In the beginning, it was really loud, but then it sort of chilled out. But yeah, I appreciate it. Oh, that's a lot better.
How about there?
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, sorry everybody, but thank you.
No, it's all right.
I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, it's all right. So anyway, that was the shape of the object. Now, that was the object shape. Now, why is it that I seen it? What's like? Is it just because anybody could have seen it? But why isn't nobody talking about that shape? Well,
you have to look at the worst case scenario. Maybe it wasn't what you thought it was.
What other shape could it be besides what I've seen on the side of it?
Well, it could just be a misidentification, maybe. I'm not sure, but you would think other people would have seen that, and maybe other people did. How long was it up? How long was it out? How long did you see it for?
How long has it been?
Yeah, well, I mean, what was it in the sky? 30 seconds, an hour?
Longer than that. No. Well, because it was the way it was traveling, the speed. Maybe like 2 minutes, 3 minutes of it flying across our town. So it was like a slower speed but quick enough. And it was windy that day. It was super windy. Like, like trees are blowing or whatever. And this thing was just going. It was like, had no effect of wind, but no propulsion.
All right. Yeah,
right?
That's and you didn't hear anything, obviously.
No, I was on my phone doing my thing, and all I did was look up. That's it. That is it. I just looked up and went, oh my God. And I wish I would have looked it up sooner, because I would have caught it when it was starting to come over our town. But because the time I caught it, it was like over my house,
Right,
kind of, but a little ways away, but still, like, I had to look up, straight up. I couldn't look to the left or right, whatever. I had to look up to see it. And I kicked myself because it's like, well, shit, I could have, like, that, and I still say it today, that was, in my eyes, my smoking gun. I wish I could have shared it with everyone, but I can't. And the only the way I could share it is through what I've seen, right?
You could send me the link. I could do some enhancements. Maybe I could bring it out more if you want. I could easily try. It's not that hard, But
So
if you want, maybe we could bring out the image more. I don't know. I just think sometimes you just never will know, and that's the frustrating thing about this.
but I feel that I will find out. So this is where, okay, so this is the random downloads I get. So since I've seen this object, a couple things have happened in my life. One, we'll talk about UFOs. So one is my cousin came over in this summertime last year, coming visiting. He had time off work, and he was telling me he's been working there for like 15, 20 years.
Wow.
And he's talking to me, and he's going, I know that he smokes weed in his at work, right, in his vehicle.
Yeah.
He's been doing it for 20 years. So I got this weird vibe. I said, Dan. Sorry, I said his name. Doesn't matter. I said, Dan. I go, you got to stop. He goes, why? I go, you're going to get caught. He goes, what do you mean? I go, Dan, just trust me. And he didn't. And he got caught and he got fired.
Oh.
I warned him.
After all those years.
I freaking warned him. It wasn't like, it's just a thought, random thought popped in my mind. So that's just one, right? So I was like, well, shit. Telling my wife knows all about it.
Right.
And I have done this, so we're going to go back a little bit more. There was this magazine, I had this random thought about apartments, like they're doing this. It just randomly popped in my mind. I'm drinking coffee, whatever, and it's like staring at a thing, like at a point, and you literally just have images in your brain. You're looking forward, but you're not quite looking at it. Anyway, people were putting couches inside walls and TVs inside walls. And I told my wife this. I go, listen, we need to get on this. She goes, you're crazy. You're crazy. That was like 2015, maybe ish. And after a year later, she found the freaking design, Rich, on Facebook. A year later, she went, oh my God, Will, look at this. And then she showed it to me. I just went, okay, that's enough. Like, you know what I mean? And you kick yourself for that. Okay, so let's go forward now. And we're all going to love this. And I said it before. I had a vision about seeing two aliens randomly. And this is when David Grush came to talk, like first come up. And everybody was listening to him.
Set the mood. Set the mood here. Like, I'm not being funny. I mean, like, what were you doing? Where were you when this happened? This vision and everything else. Like, set it up a little bit. Yeah.
I was watching. I believe it was your channel for David Grush's.
The
thing, whatever.
News Nation thing.
Yeah. He came on and he started talking about whistleblowing this and this and that.
Right.
I think it took a little bit. I had to see him a couple times. When he said, I believe he was in the hearing for the first time, and he said, we have alien bodies, crafts, and all these things, right? That day, as I'm sitting and thinking about it, right, I thought it was pretty cool. Don't know if he's telling the truth or not, but like, where's the evidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a vision. I'm just staring. I'm just thinking about it. I don't know exactly what I was doing.
Was it right after you saw this interview?
That's
You were
right.
just
Yeah.
okay.
I
Okay.
was just, my mind was being like, I was processing it all.
So
I kind of,
what? Oh, bear with me 1 second. Just the thing is, and I don't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry. I'll forget. Uh, Now that Grush, his vibration is all over the planet. People are watching this, right? Hearing this whistleblower. You're picking up on something. I think.
something, I guess.
That's
And
what happened
so,
during That's what happened during 9/11 too. Everybody was like focused on it. Like everybody was so nice to everybody for a year. All right, go ahead. Yeah, yeah. So
I'm focusing on what he's saying, and then I got this weird daydream. And when I say about daydream, it like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, when you can go into deep thought and you replay your day off, and you say if you did something bad, let's say, for instance, you say something wrong to someone, and then you try to put yourself in their shoes, why they would react to what you said.
okay.
So you would close your eyes, and you would try to literally put yourself in their shoes, seeing yourself reacting a certain way, right? And this is how it is for me. So I can see images. My eyes are open, and all of a sudden I play a story out in my mind. So I don't see anything forward anymore. It's like, I wish somebody could stare at me while this is happening. I wonder if my eyes roll back into my head or something, right? Because I don't see what's in front of me anymore. I'm playing everything in my mind. It's like everything's almost blurry,
Well, no, I don't. So give me an example. Like, tell me what happened. Like, you're standing, sitting, driving.
Sitting. I'm
Okay.
sitting.
You're sitting in the living room, your bedroom, the
outside.
bathroom,
Outside.
Okay.
Yeah, having my smoke.
I'm just trying to get an idea.
Okay.
Because how quickly did this happen? Like a second? And then you had all this information downloaded, you think?
Yeah.
In maybe 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was
it's
wondering.
Not like okay. Yeah, it just floods in your brain. It could be seconds or a minute, if that,
Damn.
depending on, I guess, the situation, but it was seconds, because all I seen was this, and it wasn't how they were presented. And I like to assess dreams and visions and all that stuff. It's just me. I don't read books. I just like to nitpick at it, right? And go,
Sure.
I wonder what that is, or I wonder what that, why you would see that in your dream. So I'm just into it. And so I assessed what I seen. So what I seen was two gray aliens standing on a government kind of setting in the background. Not too much on what's kind of around, but I know it was in color. It was like there was color. It was like a banner on the bottom of the stage. There was banners on top. It was almost like a presidential something. And there was
like a press conference or something.
Yeah, or something. I don't know. And there was two gray aliens, short. One had a set of boobs, like humps.
Yeah.
And the other one was a male.
Wow.
For some reason, I assumed it was a male, and there was two of them, right? And so I'm like, oh my God, my mind's going crazy. Never think anything of it. And this is on Amy's show. I said it on Amy's show, right? And 3 months after that, or whatever it was, after that thing with David Grush, Mexico showed aliens.
That's
and Mexico
crazy.
showed the male and female bodies. Then I freaked. Because I'm like, okay, I know they're not what I seen, but for some reason I seen that happening.
That's what they used to look like when they were alive. When they were alive, oh my God, you tapped in, man.
I don't know.
And that's awesome. Yeah,
right?
Yeah, right.
And it's been bugging me. It has really, and that's what I was like.
Of course. You said it so like flip. It's been bugging me. I'm like, yeah, man. You saw aliens in your freaking brain for a second.
For a second, right?
It's really okay. Wait, hold on now. How long ago was that?
Oh my God, What was that? The alien, the whole David Koresh thing.
2 years ago then.
2 years ago.
I think you said that. Yeah, I think you said it
Yeah.
was 2 years or something like that. That's really oh yeah, duh, you said that. I'm just excited for you because you had that experience.
Yeah. And then recently, related to the mummies,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
When in Mexico, when they did the other bodies, I had another fucking vision. And it wasn't about the bodies. It was about a craft. And I said it to Amy. I DM'd it to Amy. And she goes, what does it kind of look like? I said, I've envisioned a saucer embedded into like some kind of clayish like material. And it's in the same fucking area as those mummies. And
so it's embedded in the earth.
That's right, somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't know where, but it's like
right.
a clay material. I'm imagining this clay. It got embedded. It looks like it's been there for a little while now,
Sure.
right? And I get this weird feeling, and I had this weird thought that they're going to do two years of aliens, and then they're going to jump into the craft. So we're in our second year now. So it'll be this year of more alien bodies, and then next year they're going to show the craft, maybe pictures, maybe, or something like that.
You mean in 25?
In one more year.
Yeah, 25.
And yes, 2025.
Sounds weird to say that, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. So, holy, you may have tapped into it somehow.
But I'm hearing shit now on Twitter. Sorry, cutting you off. But people on Twitter, people that, and you can't believe everything you hear. Like, people are calling for 2025. What's so special about 2025? What's coming? Because people are like, oh, yeah, this and that. Is there an election or something happening?
Well, the new president starts in 25. So they're thinking...
I feel like we're going to get the crap, though. And
I don't think so. Yeah, I wish, but I don't think we're ever going to get it.
You know what? I'm going to freak, Rich. I am going to freak if it happens. Because it's like, then it's something. Then I have to really... I'm going to go to a Buddhist monk retreat, something, and just meditate. Like, something. I thought about it.
It's our demise if that ever happens. It's over for us. It's not good. If they're real aliens. Because, look, there's been how many extinction level events? I mean, how do we know the aliens didn't just bomb us out because, hey, they're getting too big, too smart, so fast, Once they see we can leave the planet, I think they ixnay us, they get rid of us. Maybe they see how our technology advances every time they start a new civilization over. It's fun for them. I don't know, but it's very odd what happened in Egypt, with Anubis. The Sphinx is really, I think it was a dog, that dog Anubis, with the big ears or the big snout, whatever, long legs. It looked like it was a dog or maybe it was a cat, but I think it was that dog Anubis, right? And did you know there's another Sphinx? They think they haven't found it yet. Facing the other way. Yeah, one faces, I think, east. The other one faces west.
Wow.
They think it's just buried, but didn't they do LiDAR, radar? Come on, Will. So this is very interesting that you've had these and nothing since.
Yeah, I've got, based on conversations, like, so when I'm in the conversation, when I was listening to the QAnon, the shaman, he was talking about the 0.003% of the world people running the world, or something like that. He had this weird. So I'm listening as he's. So it's not the live version; it was pre-recorded. So I'm on Amy's live, and I tapped it right into the live. I was like, "Oh my god!" I just got a weird vision. And the vision was, I don't know, it kind of freaks me out, but it kind of doesn't. Because we have such a problem. Okay, I'm just going to lead up to this, why I had this vision. So he was kind of saying is we have a problem with this 0.03% of this people. So what they're going to try to do is get more people on board of running the world. So like, if you can somehow determine, like, get more, it's like 10% or 20% of the people in the world to run the world. That's that little percent, right? Well, I'm just saying, right? They're going to make an AI system. So they're already, in my mind, they're already starting it. Okay, this new AI system, whatever, because they have the quantum computer, and then they have the coding
we don't have
to create an AI, right? Artificial AI.
We have a quantum computer?
Yeah, we do. Yep.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's for information. It's supposed to.
I think that's right. Sorry.
That's right. They want to map out the universe, the Big Bang, and they're using it for that because they know the conventional computers can't calculate that much. We don't have it, but quantum computers can.
Yep, I remember now. Yep. Okay.
Right?
Sorry to interrupt. Yep.
No, that's all right. So they're going to combine the two, right, and have this weird vision of a helmet with these like coils coming off the helmet, and the artificial being was inside, like had the helmet on, and this being is determining how we should run our world based on the population, based on what we have, based on everything else.
Okay.
And certain laws and stuff like that was meant for men, like men can police men, but when it comes to the world, the AI does it, and it's the AI that does the communicate with the out species. Like, so we would never talk to aliens; it would be the AI system talking to them.
Oh my!
Yeah,
I don't like that at all.
I don't like it either.
Damn AI!
Right?
Elon was right. But yeah, you can't stop progression and people wanting to, see what's next. So AI is going to be probably our demise, right? Isn't that what we were warned? The Ariel school kids, your own technology is going to be your demise, and then they take off back into the trees.
Right.
That's very strange that could be actually coming true right now.
I don't even want to think about it. Like, I don't even want to anymore, because it's like, I don't want it to come true. I don't want our civilization to be run by AI. I don't know.
There's a lot of things I'm worried about. Well,
would it be better though, Rich? Wouldn't it be better though? I weigh the pros and cons of that thought. I thought, okay, well, hold on a second. Can't really think, threat, or it's going to kill us off. The benefits of an outsourcing thought process on how to keep a planet sustainable, I'd rather an AI system to do it than somebody else. Meaning, because once you tap into that quantum computer, you can't turn it off. There's no turning it off, right? So it's a living conscious is what the quantum computer is going to be. And it's only going to determine based on, like, it wouldn't kill no one. It would outsource everything so everybody got everything. Like, there's no prejudice. Where if you have somebody running a country, there's prejudice there. They're going to run it the way they want to, and it's going to be a constant battle. And this is why it's going to happen because of that.
What you're talking about?
Oh my God! Sorry.
You're talking about a one world order, a socialistic way of living, almost with AI running everything.
And that's just in one thought. Yeah, just one thought.
I know. It's a very 1984 type of way of thinking. But anything's possible.
I was 4 years old in 1984. So why am I thinking about it now? Because, you know what I mean? It's just weird. I don't know.
No, it's not. Dude, no, it didn't happen for me till I was 36-ish.
Okay.
So, when in 2004 is when all this started for me, 20 years ago, in April 15th, to be exact. So, oh my God, 20 years, dude. 20 years, over 20,000 hours. So the thing is, I thought I hit something. Hold on. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
For now, I forgot what I was going to say. AI. Yeah. So,
Right, right, right.
okay, what we don't want, unless the AI can do such a great job in a very short amount of time, we don't want to lose jobs to the machines because they could just figure out a way to do it more efficiently, cheaper. They don't have to take breaks or sick days or holidays and all that stuff, right? They can get
Right.
machines to do it. So if that's the case, then you're putting a lot of people out of work.
Um,
Hundreds of thousands of people will be out of work, and this planet in 20 years it's going to have 9 billion people on it. So when I was born, there was only 2.2 billion people on the planet, and now look, 8 billion 50 years later, it's
but
getting
I think
stretched
that
out.
AI
But
system, that AI system, we're not going to lose jobs, Rich. I know
why?
you like.
Oh,
I guess
okay.
it's a weird feeling. I just feel that there's going to be opportunities to further your education without any burden, and you can apply that to things that machines can't do. So, like, we would be able to be space civilization. Like, they would put people. It's almost like the Federation, Star Trek stuff, where
Yeah.
you would commit to an organization, right? And they would supply to your needs, but the AI system it will alleviate the burden of everything else. So you could just literally be focused on what you want, like one task, right?
But no, this plant that will never happen. And that would be perfect. I understand everything you're saying. That makes total sense. Why put the burden on all of us? Let AI just figure it out. And how do you get more jobs from that then?
Um, you get it by being inventive, and it would be all business owners. So, like, would be all inventors at that point.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We would
it'll
just
change.
invent
That's
things,
for sure. Well, not
right?
everybody's going to be an inventor though. So you got hundreds of thousands of people that are going to be replaced by AI. Truck drivers, bus drivers, cops. Even cops that they're going to be obsolete someday. Probably
Right.
50 to 100 years from now. But there won't be. I think there'll be a day where a cyborg will be arresting people. Maybe 200 years from now. It's coming. It definitely is. But I
Right.
don't think I don't think humanity will survive that far into the future. I think something's up. I think there is something happening that's world changing, and I think it's going to happen very, very soon. I feel this year. I said it last year. I think this year's the year something's going to happen, and hopefully I'm wrong. But they're talking about World War III starting in September,
Yeah,
so I'm really
that's
scared.
crazy.
I am
Yeah,
scared. I'm scared as shit. But
it is scary, right?
friggin' A, it is, man. I'm right. I mean, I'm furthest away from Russia, but still, uh, you know, um, it's not going to be fun if we go to war. Imagine, I mean, we can't handle Russia and China. It's going to be
Yeah.
bad.
Maybe it won't be fought the way it used to be fought. You know what I mean? Like with men, it will be more digital
Of
and
course.
more trying to break down an economy, like for shipping and stuff. All that crap that's going on now. Um, like it's just based on power. Knowledge is power, and that's how they're going to attack the rest of the world through knowledge and power, I guess, instead of killing. You know what I mean? There won't be as much killing. I'm hopeful, and this is all this is being hopeful. Um, and yeah, our world might change. World of power might change, right? And we have to be prepared, go with it or be left behind, right?
I don't think the U.S. is prepared for any of that shit.
No,
I
I
think
don't
that
think
this is the weakest we've ever been. It's for my
it is.
lifetime.
Canada too. Don't you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel weak as a country. Sure, for sure.
I bet. Yeah,
Our
I've seen
government's
what's.
trying to make it like China, a
I know.
communist country. He's trying.
Yep. Oh, I see the debates. I see him all the time in your Congress, just getting yelled at. It's amazing, and he fights back. I mean, it's
Yeah,
really
oh yeah,
amazing. Yeah, he thinks
yeah,
he's
yeah.
right. I feel bad for you guys up there, man.
right?
That is
And
some
it's
weird
going to change
stuff.
for us. It will change for us. I just hope for the better. And I've always said when you vote somebody in or whatever, you pick the best liar, I guess, right? And hopefully you get a good one. You know,
It it seems to me like it was planned. You got that guy above America, and they open up the border down here, and the United States is right in the middle. And now that they let almost 9 million people into the country, now they're acting like, oh, we got to do something because they got the votes if they're all going to vote for him. So that's what happened.
right?
Now they act like they care all of a sudden. It's so, but that's a terrible thing what they did to this country in a short amount of time. All those states, they're overrun with illegals. Whether you want to call them whatever, I don't care. They're illegal. They got here. Yeah, I understand the borders open, but it really, just a political game. That's all it is.
Right.
And to me, they're illegal, and they're never ever gonna catch everybody. And they're gonna multiply. In 2 years, there's gonna be 15 million. They're gonna have kids, and those 15 million, there's gonna be 8 million girls, and they're gonna have two or three. There's another 30 million in 15 years. So in 20 years, there's going to be 40 extra million people that came from the illegals. Maybe not that many, maybe 30 million, but it's going to be a lot.
Right.
Yeah, they like big families. I don't
And
blame them. They're in America.
that's hard too. Don't worry. In Canada, they are building so many homes. Like we're very isolated people, right? We have our big cities, but we have our small towns. And when your small town is building 20 to 30 homes in it, you start to question in it, right? You're like, where are these people coming from, right? And because our province was selected to take on some refugees, we're taking on probably got a fair bit. I don't know the exact numbers, but I know it's a lot, and a lot of them are going to get homes. And for people like me who are not homeowners, I've been trying to get a home. We're a little upset, right? It's like I understand, why can't they rent? Why can't pay the rent? Why give them a home, right? Why don't you just pay the rent? Why? Because the rent's too high. Why is that? Well, and so it's just a freaking conundrum. Like,
same thing's happening here. Yeah,
rent. I want cheaper rent, meaning I want to own my own home, pay my own mortgage, but I can't do that.
Well, now cars are ridiculously expensive too. To own a car, it's at least $1,000 a month,
right?
If you're going to finance it, yeah.
Right.
Insurance, and then you need health insurance. And for me, you know how much it would cost? $750 a month if I didn't have this health insurance that I have. Yeah, it's expensive for me. Single white male, no kids, senior with conditions.
Where's those white privileges, Rich?
My parents are still alive. They're my white privilege. That's the only white privilege I have is that my parents are still with me. That's actually hysterical. I didn't know which way to go with that because I really am passionate about that friggin' term. It's so friggin' bullshit. But you know what? It is and it isn't, though.
I know.
Growing up, all the TV was all white people, except Cosby's and Jefferson's and Good Times. But you see, I named all three shows. In living color, I get it. But all the commercials, all the advertising, and everything was geared towards white America. But I think that's because back then there was a lot more white people than there are now. I mean, it's okay. I don't mind the change. I don't like seeing it in every movie I watch now. It's like they gotta have the black girl, they gotta have the Mexican friend, the Asian smart person, right? And then they got the white male who's now in every movie an idiot. They make him a dummy, stupid comic relief. No more smart white guys in this world. So everything's totally changed in the last few years.
It's shifting.
And it'll shift, it'll level off. It had to do it. And they were right. I don't think it's called white privilege. I just think those were the people running, you know, it
That's
was
right.
different. Let's just say it's
Major
different.
companies deciding not to do those things.
Right.
And bad on them. Damn right, bad on them.
Totally bad on them.
They
Totally.
just, right?
Like my mother, a long time ago, she goes, you know, baby powder is white. Why would a black person use baby powder? It would show. She goes, maybe I'll come up with and she never did anything with it. And now, you know, you see those and I'm like, that's cool. You know, they finally came out with a Band-Aid, you know, 100 years later. It's just terrible. I mean, I understand. I see it, you know, and
Right?
I'm sorry
Because
that
we're not in it.
happened. But,
Because we're
right.
not in it.
Yeah.
And we don't see it, right? It is a
Well,
shame.
I mean, I understand it. I totally
Yeah.
get why they would be, but let's get over it. All right, now let's move forward. You know, we
Right.
went from talking to paranormal to like fixing the world over here.
This is why I think we need AI to run the world. Because
Yes
you get
and no.
you get the bias. Well, that's what I mean. You get your goods and bads out of it, and then you get your bias out. It would. I think it would be a better world. I really do.
Maybe they're already using it, and this is it.
I feel that if we could get rid of these weirdos running our countries and the, I don't know. I'm tired of people's way of thinking, I guess, and their agenda, right? Because it doesn't jive with me, or it does more harm than good.
Well, people are getting sick of it now. It's going to be changing real quick. And besides, if the Republican gets in, whoever it is, things will change. Yeah,
I hope
you won't see it as much, but you'll see it.
I hope the ufology community benefits from this.
I do too. You know, it's been and I say it all the time. People don't get mad at me. It's your ufology. It's the left that's running the show over here. I'm sorry, it is. They're the ones that run ufology, and the reason I keep bringing it up is because it's a fact. It's not that they're not running it. They are. They're the ones in mainstream media. They're the ones that are on the TV show. Same thing, I guess. But they're the ones at the lectures, the podcasts. They're the ones on X. You know, we see them all the time, and it's all from that side of ufology, as I call it. And I'm not saying, you know, the right isn't in it at all. It's just we're being pretty much shadow banned. All of ufology is shadow banned, unless you're the three shows that everybody loves on that side of the world, and YouTube is that. So YouTube is made up of 80% of that. So that's why goof on in shows like this that think more right don't do as well as the ones that do left.
Yeah, it is weird. It should be you're broadcasting on a platform that's huge. It should be getting more views, regardless who you are.
Right. No matter who you are, you're gonna grow. Nobody.
Right.
Dude, I lost 20 subs 2 weeks ago. It's like, how do you lose?
How that happen?
Yeah. It happens every day. Every day, it's up and down. You know. And YouTube says, "Oh, we get rid of channels that are dead channels or not being used." Makes sense, but every day I'm losing. It's like I'm never going in the right other direction. It's really
maybe I don't want to say it. It's like maybe you're targeting the older audience, Rich. Maybe you need to target the younger audience. Maybe they're just dying. No.
But I'm part of that old audience.
That's why I didn't want to say it. I'm sorry.
Hey, if I could go back and be 42 again, I wouldn't change a thing. The road I took is the hardest road anybody could take in this field, and I'm proud to have even one subscriber. I got to tell you, I thought we'd be a lot bigger, but the shadow ban is for real. But, you know, things are changing. We're looking around other platforms and whatnot. So, you know, Rumble and everything that's out there. I'm going to start using Instagram more. Yeah. Well, anyway, but
you got to sell your body, Rich. You got to sell yourself, you know, and that's it. You know, go on Instagram, you know, do all that stuff, you know, just to, you know, to be somewhere, I guess. I don't know.
Just, you can find me at disabledseniors.com and it's called Oldie Fans. instead of OnlyFans. All right. I thought that was funny. So, all right. Now, I thought there was an abduction or something going on with you. So, how many experiences have you had now altogether? Like these flashes of information? How,
Yeah, that's about it. Just this random thought that popped in my mind. When I'm usually in the topic, it's usually about that topic, so it's never outside of it. If I could put my mind into it and think about it, I get weird thoughts,
you have to.
unexplainable thoughts, like just thoughts you're like, why would I even think that? Prior to that sighting, I've had a paranormal experience, I guess. That's
Do
what some people are calling it.
okay.
Not right. I don't know. I was in my room. I was younger. I don't know how old I was. But anyway, I'm in Janetville in a home. What year was it? Come on, Will. I want to say like 98, 97, maybe. No, that's
Right
when I
at the turn of the century, and the
94.
old coyotes
No,
were howling in
right?
the
90. I think I was 14. So 94, 94, 95 possibly. I'm in my room. I'm facing, my bed is oriented east to west.
That's racist.
I'm in my room. I was awake. I swear I was awake. I'm still thinking
Yeah,
about it. I believe I was awake. And my fucking room was elongated. It started going away from me.
like
So my
poltergeist.
door was like going away from me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It
Some
just
people
got
say it was,
elongated, like the
yeah,
hallway in
like it
Poltergeist.
just started stretching.
Yeah,
And
like the hallway in Poltergeist, the
uh,
original Poltergeist.
no, I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, she was running to get her kids, and the hallway just extended about
Right.
30 feet, and then the devil showed up.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Then she said, "No, don't touch my babies."
Something like
Anyway,
that. So I'm in my room, and that's right.
yeah, yeah.
It's scary because it's like I don't know how long it lasts. It didn't last long because I could shake myself out of it. I guess like I had to like really like say no, this is not right. It's not this is not reality or whatever, and it just kind of fixed itself. But
Hmm.
for that instant, it was stretching, right? It's weird, and I've never experienced it ever since. Like so, and that thought too, right? So it's like, and then I had a dream when I was a kid, like younger than that. So like we're talking probably six, probably a little bit younger, maybe around that age. And I had a dream that I lived in an apartment building in Toronto, and I had a dream I was able to jump off a balcony and fly,
Yeah, I've had that.
right? I haven't had a dream since, right?
Oh, really?
Um,
I've
yeah,
had
like
many of those.
of that. No, yeah, I never dreamed about flying since that incident.
Huh.
I've had that one my other dreams. So this is before the UFO experience kind of thing, right? Another one was I seen. I think I mentioned it to you. This is kind of like a deja vu a little bit. I'm on this planet, and it's like grassy, but it's just rounded. I know it's a spherical because everybody's like, there's a bunch of people on it, and
Right.
they're blurry, so I can't depict like faces, right? But I know there's people with me on Earth. Like in my dream, I was thinking Earth. It was all grass, no trees, no rocks, no houses, no nothing, just pure meadow, grass. Um, we're all talking, or people are intermingling, and from the distance, I see this object orbiting us, and you think it's the moon, right? It's orbiting us,
Right.
but faster. And as it's orbiting, it's getting closer and closer and closer, and it gets so close, it looks like Earth, but made out of ice.
Oh,
So, yeah, and I had it more than once of that dream,
that's
right?
pretty cool. Yeah.
Right? So it's just weird stuff, right? So, yeah, It's a weird. I don't know why you have reoccurring dreams sometimes, and they're so the same, right? So
I've had reoccurring dreams that extend further the next night. Like where it ended one night, it would continue, not continue, the dream would start over and then just go a little bit past where it ended the night before.
really,
3 nights in a row, yeah, I've had that happen. Yeah, it was
huh?
pretty cool. Very rarely I could ever do that. I've never controlled a dream, but
No,
people say, yeah, Michael from Dark Hour's been trying to tell me how to do it, and I just can't. How do you know what to do when you're sleeping? That's what I don't understand.
right? I don't know.
I'm in
I
the
don't get it.
dream. Yeah, I know. I don't either. I think they're lying. I think they just want to be cool. I'm serious. Oh, oh, I didn't know what that button did. I like that. Um, yeah, I don't know if I like that.
Have you seen a UFOs, Rich? Ever seen one?
Have I seen UFOs?
Yeah, like a UFO, like an
Dude, I have
object.
them
Yeah.
on video. I've shown them on the show. I've got 5 triangles, a humanoid, 3 fleets,
Right.
and a partridge in a pear. Why? Why'd you ask me that? I thought
I
you
just
knew.
I did know, but it's well, I was trying to get up there because it's like you know what, lost my train of thought. I really did because there was a reason why. Because I was asking because it's something about the downloads and going back to that again. Um, and I'm trying to figure out if, and that's why I really want to go live, is to talk to the viewers, people watching this. And what I'm trying to figure out is I'm trying to put a correlation between nuclear power plants and with the effect of seeing something of unknown. So the
Right? Yeah.
downloading and stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure out if that's where I fit in, if that's exactly what's happening with you, right? Because the nuclear power plants, I have a uranium and a nuclear power plant only like 45 minutes away from me, right?
Oh,
So,
I didn't know that. Okay, that's like Arizona. There was one only 60 minutes from me.
right?
It was a geothermal nuclear plant. I
Oh,
actually
okay.
went inside of it. Yeah, I knew a guy who did
Oh,
the maintenance on it, and he goes, "You want to go see something cool?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I had to put a hat on, get a badge, and everything. It was unbelievable how huge it was. Yeah, it was cool. Never thought I'd ever see one of those. But anyway,
yeah, I got a
so
survey. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
no, but that makes sense. Like being
Right.
around those areas. Yeah,
That's from Q Shaman. He said something about
yep,
that
he
correlation
did.
between that. And I
Yep.
was like, holy shit, I didn't even think about that. Like, not until he said it, right? And I was like, damn, like, there's actually so that, and then the brain starts going, you just go, what the hell, man? Like, it's so weird. Like,
I I am listening to you. It may look like I'm not, but I am.
oh,
I'm just looking for a video because I want to see what I have is the same thing you think you saw. Because I have a video that I think is what you saw, and I'm trying to. I know where it is, but I named this brightest ever, and I'm just looking for it.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I've showed it on the show before,
I think,
but I'm just looking for. I thought I'd find it quicker, so you didn't feel like I wasn't paying attention to you and
right.
being a rude
So,
host.
that's all right. So in 2014, apparently, when I see my object,
Yeah.
I get somewhere over the Gulf of Mexico. A plane disappeared or something like that,
Hmm.
wasn't
Okay.
it?
In
Uh,
Mexico?
no, was it the Gulf of Mexico or
Not MH370.
the commercial jet?
Yeah, the MH370
Yeah,
one. Okay.
was
Yeah.
well, people have videos or whatever of it, but they say 3 orbs were orbiting around the craft.
Yeah, that was all bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What? But who knows? Yeah. But what about it?
Who knows, right? Who does know? And so I always thought an orb my drop shaped craft could always look like an orb. And based on its elevation to
Hmm.
determine what light comes off it, because the light source from the sun, when it was reflected off my craft, it was white. It had a white light. So depending on the elevation of the craft will determine the color of the craft, right? The reflective light.
Say that again.
Because it's based, because light only comes in through our ozone layer, and some light, those colors get trapped in our ozone layer, right? So we don't see certain colors, and that's why we have blue waters, we have white snow, we have we see a yellow sun, and these are the things, right? Because certain light only can pass, so much light can pass, or colors can pass through, right? Because our sun is white. It's a white sun. I don't know if anybody knew that, but yeah. We don't have a yellow sun.
Here's the video. Tell me if this is what you saw. 3, 2, go. You won't be able to hear it, everybody. Here it comes. Watch. Is that it?
That's pretty bright.
Yeah, that's an iridium flare satellite. I'm slightly out of focus, and that's just, and watch the rest. So, I mean, it could have been your camera, you know, like, I don't, oh, you weren't looking with the camera. That's right. You said
no,
with your
wasn't.
But that, I don't know, did it look similar to that? With your, you know, that kind of reminded me of, that reminds me of like
when I was camping, you mean? Like when I was camping was the cloud thing?
Yeah.
No, because it was in the cloud.
Okay.
The light was inside the cloud, like because it was a night sky,
okay. Gotcha.
Right? And there wasn't like a helicopter or a plane or something around that area, and it was blue. It was like a blue pulse.
Oh, that's right. It was blue.
Yeah, the cloud itself, and then the light wasn't protruding out of the cloud, so it wasn't like reflecting off it, you know, like a wave or something. It was like in the cloud or something. It was weird, man.
Yeah, that sounds
and then I got
cool.
to see a fireball. So I guess there was an incident where a meteor or something came in, and it did this like little like loop or something, I guess, or something like that. I was talking to my brother-in-law. I don't even know the year it was. Talking to my brother-in-law, we're chit-chatting, and I was looking into I would say southeastern skies of Canada, of Ontario, and it was during the day? Or was it that night? No, I think it was that night. I seen, it looked like a fireball, and it swirled in the sky for like a second or two. It like came in, burnt up, gone. Mm-hmm. That was like a little while ago. Yeah.
That is really strange. How long did that last?
Like, it was fast. Like, if I wasn't looking, like, the way my brother-in-law was oriented, like, I was looking, past, it was just over his head. So, like, I'm talking to him, and then it just caught it, like, it was just behind his head. Just above, not behind. It was above his right of his head. Right by his right ear, kind of by the tip, you know, by the side of his head. Like, you know, you're looking, it was just like, it just was there. I was like, I just seen a fireball scorching the sky, just this little swirl, and then that was it. It was like pretty quick.
Have you heard anybody like friend? Oh yeah, somebody saying you're really close up to the camera.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. It was close. It was like, now I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, okay. So, all right. So let's say you're not telling everybody about your stuff, but are you hearing people you know or friends or coworkers talking about anything paranormal?
Yeah.
Do you interject?
No. Like my wife has paranormal experience.
I thought I didn't think she was so talkative
with
about
aliens. but the alien, she is,
that's
right?
bull crap. No, I'm
I
kidding.
know, right? But no, but she had a paranormal experience, and I would not think she was lying to that, and I believe her
Okay. What happened?
100%. I've never experienced, mind you, a paranormal experience. I've had people in my life that talk about it, that have seen it. I know it's true. It has to be true,
It is. It is. I think so.
right? Because it just doesn't make sense. And why would people lie to me? Like, especially, my mom's best friend. She's like my auntie. She's been passed away for quite some time, but she's talked to me about that stuff. About, cups going across the table, or
Oh my
cups
God.
opening, or chairs being, pushed across the room, and right.
How
And she was a
cool.
religious lady. She was right, go to church every Sunday and everything else. And she was like, yeah, there's something. Yeah, she was a firm believer of that stuff, the paranormal. So yeah, I guess that's, believe it or not, my dad was into all that. See, it's weird that my dad was never around, but I'm still somehow, I believe. I don't know how to say it. It's
What
like
do you
I'm
mean?
connected. Like he was never around my mom, right? My mom
Right.
and broke up when I was born. So from birth, they weren't together. They never were. And he had paranormal experiences. He used to do tearaway cards, and he seen a UFO apparently. And so, and not being around him, a father figure, I wasn't really in it. We never talked about it at the table. It was never a discussion. But
Right.
for some reason in my life, I've slowly, been getting more into it. Then having the sighting and everything else, right?
Yep.
So it's weird. I don't know. Synchronicity. It's a
It.
weird thing.
Yeah, that is it. Yeah, and it's okay. So obviously, you're meeting all sorts of people now and hearing what they're talking about.
Right?
Um, And one thing what I'm picking up with you is you didn't get dragged into this and imagined a million other things going on in your life. Like you're not sitting here going, "Oh, every orb that I see has a smiley face, and every sound I hear is a door handle rattling from a spirit." You're not
Right.
looking and saying any of that. I appreciate you, man, for that because you're not enhancing it. You don't have to. Whatever's going to happen is going to be better than whatever you're going to think of.
Right?
I think so because it's real and it feels good when you tell the truth, especially about
It,
this stuff.
it does. And
No,
it's
no,
like,
good, good. Thank you for that.
um, I just want to get it there. It's just what I'm looking for people when I usually come up with the camera and I'm talking to people about this. What I'm looking for is more experiencers, or for people to um, tell me their story, or just to help me understand what's going on in my life and why I experienced and why this happened, why this is happening.
Yeah,
I'm not going to go gun ho about it, but I just need that little bit of confirmation, I guess. I don't know what I'm
yeah,
looking
yeah,
for. I really don't know.
yeah.
No,
Yes, that's what you want. You want to feel like you're not the only one.
I know I'm not. Just from hearing stories, but I know I am based on my sighting. Because I'm not. I swear, man. I don't know. I just, until I hear somebody else coming up, or hear somebody else saying, yes, I've seen the drop shaped craft. Yes, this and that. This is what's happened to me in my life since I've seen it. I contacted Jeremy Corbell. We talked about that. I want to keep trying to contact him because I want to know if he's seen something, and I want to know if David Wilcox has seen something, and I want to know if who's that guy?
Well, what do you
Oh,
think they're gonna say, David? You know David Wilcock.
yeah. Well, I know he has unicorn power, but the thing is,
He does.
he does. He's anyway. Um, man, I couldn't do a lot of my funny videos if I didn't have him. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. He's something else. Um,
he's a strange one.
he's funny. I think he has such a good sense of humor. I would
He,
feel very embarrassed seeing him in person, though. I don't know, because I do make fun of him, kind of.
everybody
So, like,
does.
I do they? I
Yeah,
guess.
no. Nobody likes that guy for real.
Man, but he has so many viewers, and like
Oh,
it's
dude.
crazy
Why?
because he's a wackadoodle. I
I
don't know.
don't get it though. It's very odd.
It is to make
Everybody,
assumptions like that,
right? And
right?
where's the car he said he was gonna make? Where's
Oh
that?
yeah,
That was supposed to be a year ago. No go on that. It makes me a little sad. I was counting on
right.
him.
You counting on
Give me a
him.
break. I love these new backgrounds that we could do with our show here.
That is
Uh,
pretty cool.
yeah, I was just fine. I like this one the best so far. Well, actually, the one I had on right here was pretty cool. I like that. And then there's, it's hard to see them because we're talking and everything. But if I moved us around, look, well, I guess not, Rich. Hey,
Oh,
oh no! Hey, there it is.
oh yeah,
That one's cool. Yeah, I've got a million of these. I
you
like this
really
one.
have a million?
I have 1,016,000. Yeah,
Oh, okay, that's good. Hey,
one.0000006
I haven't heard you talk
points.
about your kids lately.
Yeah, I
You have
did
to,
about a
yeah,
week ago. 13 of them are here.
yeah,
Guess
okay,
what?
okay. What?
Two twins are on the way. Two more. So we're gonna have 15 kids living here. Yeah, I know the donations. Everything's times are tough, and we're just scraping by. And yeah, I mean the kids eat toilet paper some nights before they go to bed. I give them one ply that fills them up. Plus, it brushes their
Right?
teeth too when they chew on it. Self brushing. Hey man, well that's it for tonight. We should do this again real short, like maybe next year. I'm joking. I love that was a great look. Oh, I got to use that. That was fun. A lot of fun. I think maybe you have when you saw this thing, and I'm just saying it was right above you. No, I thought it was
Yeah,
right above. Yeah,
yeah,
right
it
above
was.
you.
Yeah, like,
Now
yeah,
you don't know because you would have said it, but I'm assuming you didn't have any missing time that you noticed.
no.
Right. It doesn't matter. Most people don't notice they were taken. See, I
But
think
my
it was
wife
right
was
above
with
you.
me though.
She was taken too. Well, they could have just
But
made
nobody
her.
wants my wife. What do you mean? Hold on a second here. No,
The aliens love all
you never know.
species, even the
That would be
human,
interesting.
even the female species. They like the female.
That
They
would be
harv.
interesting to
It
get
would be.
like whatever, go under hypnosis, whatever,
They
figure
harvest
that
their
out.
eggs. Oh, right. To see if I want to do that. To see if I've
Just
been
want to see. You
abducted.
just never know, right? That'd
But
be
I
interesting.
can't. I can't be put under. I can't be hypnotized. I'm one of those people.
Uh,
I can't. I've tried it 3 times, not even close. Oh, you go, it comes to do, and I'm like, it didn't work. Oh, I tried. No, but yeah, that was fun. I
yeah,
really am happy that you came over. Where can everybody find you on X? On X, I guess. But
yeah. I'm
what's
on
the
it a
handle?
lot. I enjoy this conundrum. CarrunDrum, and conundrum.
On
So
X.
on X, I'm on it quite a bit. I love doing spaces and have the topics of certain things. I broaden my mind all the time. I try to learn something new every day, and I'm on YouTube. It's where I put most of my videos that I do on my spare time. I like to add humor in people's life, and it's easy to do it in ufology. So
Um. Okay, I was gonna. There was something I meant to ask you. I can't remember. That's
that's all right.
weird. But thanks again for hanging out and also being a supporter of GoofOn. I appreciate you hanging out in the chat.
Yeah, I enjoy what you do, Rich, and that's why I support you, right? And as long
Well,
as I can
thanks, man.
support you, keep on doing what you're doing. That's great.
Before you
Uh,
go, hey, hold on. Before let's not finish up yet. Hold on, everybody. So, what do you think about the current state of ufology, Will?
you're not gonna like it. I think it's going upwards. I think it's getting better.
Okay.
Um,
Why?
only because it's hitting mainstream media where it's
It
never
already has.
before.
It already did. It slowed
That
down to
back in
almost
the
a
day.
crawl.
Back in the day,
It,
you mean? Like,
I'm
yeah,
talking the last 5, 7 years. I mean,
yeah,
where we are right now, you're happy with where we ended up right now?
yeah. And that's why I'm still believing that we'll see a craft next year. And
What-
that's why I asked you, what's the relevance of 2025? Like, I don't understand why I'm seeing something next year. And you said the elections and stuff. And
Because
go ahead.
every year, Will, there's something special happening. That's why they say it. It's easy to use. To be honest with you, now 20 years in this, I do not feel anything's going to happen at
No,
all. I think we're in a place right now. We're slowing down. It's an election time. They're not looking to talk about UFOs and all this other stuff. Um, but they're going to shovel out the Jaime bodies. They're going to shovel out more whistleblowers. They're going to waste time with stuff we already know. Like, we need to keep hearing that we have that we know, man. Just
I
show
know,
us
right?
something, right? Like, what would be the harm? I don't think they don't even care about the bodies, Will, and those might be
No,
real aliens.
that would be sad, right? They don't care about the body, the way they handle them, and their process behind it, and
Can you believe the way they handle without gloves and hairnets? And I got a picture. Let me show you. This is Jeremy Reese talked about this too. Everybody is.
what I
Look at
said
him.
when you showed, yeah. When you showed that image, so I went on David Wilcox's YouTube channel and I got him saying something pretty funny in my eyes. He
Yeah.
said he got abducted by aliens, right?
Uh-oh. Yeah.
And they said they made him feel like a banana sandwich. Now I don't know what that means, but I'm pretty sure that alien in that video or that picture felt like a banana sandwich the way they were holding them, like they're just flopping around.
Yeah.
You don't care, right?
Yeah.
They're treating them like a banana sandwich.
Yeah. That's probably true.
Oh, God, why do you say that? I don't know.
No, maybe. Like,
You
who knows?
oh man, oh David,
I love this field and I hate it.
right?
I just want I just want to see something at this point. After all this time, I feel like, yeah, we did go a little forward, but I think now we've stalled, and if we stay stalled, the public forgets, and they're going to
Right.
forget what happened 6 months ago. Shit, we're not going to see anything till, well, it could be many years before now we have another congressional hearing.
Do you think we will see something before the public?
Never,
Meaning, will we,
never.
meaning like us ufologists being in it the way we are? Do you think we'll find out quicker than say the average person?
No, we'll never.
No,
Nothing. It'll never make it to the public.
you don't think
I,
it'll make
I,
it? Eh?
because it would have already. And
Would it though?
yeah, yeah, it would
Mm-hmm.
have. I think so. With all the cameras out there, nobody can
Right.
get anything good. Everything it's.
Yeah,
And
it does seem a little odd.
but here's
Yeah,
the thing: if we saw a real UFO, would we believe it? No, it'd be too good to be true. We'd say it's fake.
right.
And boo-hoo, we missed out on our only opportunity. And the aliens are like, well, shit, they think we're fake. Let's get out of here.
Right.
Anyway,
I don't think they're real. I think aliens are drones. So I don't think they're actual real. So
I don't even think they're aliens. I think they're indigenous to the earth. Earth made Earth. Earth is their home. That's what I think. And I think they were a lost civilization, maybe Atlanteans, that got wiped
right.
out, hid underground, waited till they rebuilt their population, rebuilt their cities underground, and maybe when they woke up and came back to the surface or whatever, they were like, there's a lot of people up there. It looks really different. I mean, but we're talking 12,500 years ago, so I'm not sure, man. See, that's
Like a
the thing.
civilization.
Yeah.
That could be true, right?
Anything could be. Anything
Could be. Could be.
And
But
they
I
all
know
sound
what is
good.
true, though. I know what is true. I've seen an object. I have no idea what it was, and that's it, right?
That's all
and
that
that's
matters.
the journey. That's the
Yeah.
journey, though, right?
And
So
when you least expect it, you'll see something. Don't
I'm
try so
hoping,
hard.
man. Yeah, I know. But
Hey, are you?
I was so. Go ahead.
Do you work full time?
No, I don't. I'm a
Okay.
stay-at-home father. Hmm.
So I'm gonna ask you to do something if you can. Spend an hour outside and just scan the sky for an hour, see what you find. Just one night, one day, or one night. I say do it same day, 1 hour in a day, 1 hour a night. I want to see if you see something unusual because you might be missing out and not even know it. They might be trying to reach out to you and you're blowing it.
So, so it's funny that you say that, Rich. So I was on the space about the consciousness and stuff like that. Oh, sorry, my thumb's in the way there. Um, and they start talking about um, looking for the signs. And if something out there is trying to contact you, it might not be in words, but it might be a thing. It could be numbers. It can be anything like that. And I'm starting to believe it because it's, even though I get these weird visions, daydreams, I call them, um, I need to look somewhere else. And I'm driven to explore for some reason.
Mm.
Like I feel compelled to go northern Canada.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, I want to
That's
go to Green.
really interesting.
I want to go to Greenland. Something's driving me to go there, and I don't know why.
You gotta
Will
go.
I ever make it there? I don't know. I know that I could get access close through
That's it. Just get
Montreal,
close. Just get to get to the edge.
right?
You just got to be
Um,
close enough to see whatever it is that you're going to be. They'll sense you.
right?
Yeah.
I do. I really do want to contact them again or figure out more. And it's not just for the viewers or. And don't get me wrong. If I know, I'm going to say something.
Yeah, yeah. I
Even
believe
though
it.
if my life is in danger, I'm still going to say something. I committed to that. So even if the men in black come to me or whoever come to me and say, "Don't talk about this," I'm still going to do it. I don't care.
No. Then tell them this. If I can just give you some advice. 20 million. No, I'm not
Right?
joking.
I'll super
20.
chat, yeah, 100,000. But yeah,
That would be almost enough. 2 million, hey, or 20 million, and tell them you want to see evidence of something for real, and you swear in your own, you could kill me now, I won't talk about it ever again. Would you do it?
yes,
Me too.
I would.
Me too. If
Now, I hypothesize about that too. If I had the opportunity to know something,
Yeah.
but you can't tell no one,
Yeah.
I would like, yes.
Yeah, me
It's,
too.
it's for me. It's straight up for me. I don't need to tell people. If they cut my tongue or did something with my throat where I physically can't say those words, whatever. As long as I know, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it
Right.
depends on what it is you learn and know, but yeah, I hear you. If it's
Right?
just a
I just want
sighting,
to
yeah,
know. I
I
just want to
understand.
know.
That's all, me too. Even
Right?
though we know, we want to confirm it. That's all. But that's a great way to end it now. Until next time, that's chapter 1 with Wilcon on Conundrum on X and where else?
YouTube and TikTok.
Perfect. We'll see you during the week. I want you to have a nice weekend, Wilca. You're a good
Yeah.
man. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad I learned a little more about you. Cause you're a regular here and we like to get to know our regular family members,
Right?
Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's nice that you shared that. I appreciate it. And hope
No,
you
I
have a good
appreciate
weekend.
you, Rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. There's a lot of love going on over here. I swear.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
I swear you're one of the good guys. All right, man. Have a good weekend and
Yeah,
stay safe.
I will.
All right, brother. Thanks
God
again.
bless. Yeah.
Alien bless. That was fun. Thank you, everybody. Until tomorrow, we'll be here at 7 p.m. Or hold on, I'll let you know now. I'll let you know right now what time tomorrow because the UFC's on, I think. UFC on March 23rd. Here we go. Let's see. Nothing? Here we go. Ultimate Fighting Championship. Oh. Doesn't say what time. Hold on. Here we go. Oh, okay. 7 o'clock. No. Here, that's the main card. Let's see when the prelims are on. All right. We're going to do between 5 or 6 tomorrow. Probably 6. We'll probably do 6 o'clock. Maybe 7. 6 or 7. 6 or 7. Between 5 and 7 tomorrow. Between 5 and 7. Nothing changed out of all that. All right. Thanks, moderators, super chatters. I appreciate the support. You can still support even when the show is over through PayPal and Cash App and becoming a member. All the links are in the show description. I'm here for you 7 days a week. Have a great weekend. And don't forget, there's a poll. Did you see the poll? In the chat. Yeah. It says here, shh. Have you ever had a legitimate paranormal experience? You know, spirits, UFOs, abductions, ba-ba-da. Out of 118 votes, yes with no evidence at 60%, yes with evidence at 17%, and never had a paranormal experience, 22%. Wow. So 80%, 77% basically have seen something, but 60% of you, of the 80, had no evidence. You know, that's a high number. I thought it would be 10%. That is double what I thought, but that's just, 120 votes. So, hey, thanks for that. That was fun. And thank you, Goofonians. Let's unpin the message. And, of course, we do it here every single... Good Lord! What do we do? Regurgitate truthology for ufology. For you. That's it. Roll them up. Turn out the lights. The party's just getting started. Have a good weekend. We'll see you mañana. Alien bless. Be safe. All right.
There's a good thing. It's rotating. What was in the skies over Jerusalem, and why did it sound like it was treasured sites in Christianity? UFO,